Storytime with Magicowl Me.
Welcome, dear Twitchlings, come gather near. Magicowl Storytime now is here. So grab your doll or favourite teddy, get yourself comfy, I'll start when you're ready. There once lived an owl in an enchanted wood, where the golden leaves twirled and the harvest was good. The air smelled of apples, the hedgerows were sweet, and for you, dear Twitchlings, some new friends to meet. It was September, a crisp golden light, with equal hours for both day and night. The autumn equinox was at last here. Twitch was excited and let out a cheer. He was throwing a party, his friends would be there. They'd all bring something tasty to share. First to arrive was a badger named Bidgie, with a face full of whiskers and a tummy quite squidgy. Dependable, gentle, grounded and wise, with a glint of adventure that danced in his eyes. He brought crab-apple jam that he'd made with great care, an elderflower cordial he'd been saving to share. Then came Squiffle, a bundle of fur, dropping a trail of nuts behind her. She'd buried some conkers, but where? She forgot. She was a bit scatty and did that a lot. Third to arrive with her tail so thick was a beautiful fox whose name was Flick. Although she could at times be quite sly, today she brought with her pumpkin pie. Then a squawking made all the friends look up and stare as Marvin swooped in with such sparkle and flair. He'd polished his feathers and boy did they shine. Just look at me, shimmer, I'm simply divine. Then came Swish with a leaf on his back, making his way down the old woodland track. I left back in June, he said with a grin, but I finally made it. Let the party begin. Now, in case you were wondering, where is the witch? She's been pottering and prepping and helping out Twitch. She's hung up the bunting and set the table, making sure every dish has a label. Twitch looked around at the laughter and cheer, but something felt odd as he ruffled his rear. A feather came loose and fell to the floor, then another, and then a few more. He blinked in alarm and sat up with a jolt. He knew what this was, for in autumn owls molt. How embarrassing it would happen today. He fluffed up in panic and hurried away. He flew round the corner, then bumped with a thud straight into Marvin, who fell in the mud. "My feathers!" cried Marvin. "You've knocked one askew. But at least I don't look as bad as you." Flick trotted over and gave him a glance, then smirked. "Did your feathers just fall off mid-dance?" "You're shedding like blossom," said Squiffle with glee. And even calm Bidgie whispered, "OMG." Twitch looked at the ground and shuffled away. He hated his feathers for ruining his day. His friend's laughter still rang through his ears as, sniffing, he tried to hold back the tears. The witch saw him slip through the trees looking glum. She must go and check on her poor old chum. She followed him softly, making barely a sound over moss-covered roots and leaf-scattered ground. She found him hunched under a sycamore tree, his feathers all ruffled, as sad as could be. She sat down beside him and said, "It's okay. I'm here if you want. I can leave you or stay." His bottom lip started to tremble and quiver. His voice was all wobbly as he started to shiver. "I'm moulting. It's something owls do in the fall, but why did it happen in front of them all?" The witch kindly said, "I understand. It's so upsetting when things don't go as planned. I'm sure if you tell them, your friends won't mind. They wouldn't have meant to be unkind." Then all of a sudden, as if it were planned, an autumn leaf jasper appeared in her hand. "Earlier I had a magicowl feeling it would be needed to offer some healing. "This crystal," she said, "is a helpful old friend. It brings gentle healing and helps hearts to mend. Like the trees dropping leaves when it's time to release, it reminds us that letting go often brings peace. Now, I have a secret, to you I will tell. Affirmations are words like kind little spells. Try saying these phrases and believe me, they're true. They'll help you feel stronger, more centred, more you." Smiling, she said, "Now repeat after me. I trust the change is happening in me. I'm enough just as I'm meant to be. I am more than what everyone can see. I am perfect, kind, wild and free. And back at my cottage," the witch said with cheer, "I've got bergamot oil to help you, my dear. It's bright like the sun and brings comfort and light. A drop on your feathers will help you feel right." Twitch gave a nod and let out a sigh. He blew his nose and wiped his eyes. He looked at his friend and started to smile. "Let's go back. We've been gone a while." Back at the clearing, the laughter grew thin. Squiffle looked round and then scratched her chin. "Where did Twitch go?" she said with a frown, as Flick put her pumpkin pie back down. "We were just joking," said Marvin, all cocky. "It's not our fault that Twitch got all stroppy." "Now, Marvin," said Bidgie, "this really must end." "Yes, Marvin," said Squiffle, "Twitch is our friend." They all sat in silence, unsure what to do, until Swish slowly said, "Let's make something new, a gift from us all, to show we still care, to tell him we're sorry and we'll always be there." They gathered some ribbon, a pebble, a cone, acorns and chestnuts and moss overgrown. They attached the pieces with ivy and thread and made a crown to go on his head. Then quietly together they followed the trail. Flick carried Swish, the slow, sneapy snail. Twitch looked up, startled at all of his friends. He could tell they'd come to make amends. "We're sorry," said Bidgie, "for teasing that way. We never meant to ruin your day." "We love you," said Swish, "with feathers or not." "And look," said Marvin, "at what we have got." "We made you a crown," said Squiffle with glee. "We realised that you are just like a tree. The trees lose their leaves in the autumn light, and new ones grow back when the timing is right." With the crown on his head, Twitch started prancing, and back to the party they went for some dancing. And now, dear Twitchlings, the witch wants to share a few final words that she's chosen with care. We all change and shift, it's part of life's flow, like feathers that fall and new ones that grow. You're magic, you're worthy, just as you are. You're always enough, like a bright, shining star.
Twitch and the witch climbed up the stairs to bed. Twitch gave a yawn and lay down his sleepy head. The witch tucked him in and she said, "Sleep tight.